Hello, a very warm welcome to Alexandra Palace. What a show we have for you on Sunday. An afternoon of breakthrough boxer action coming away. 3 p.m. is the start time. Johnny Nelson, fresh from Top Gun, and Matt Macklin are alongside me. Johnny, this is an exciting show for us all. It is breakthrough action, headlined by Adam Azim and Charlton.
I remember boxing used to be on a Monday, Tuesday, we've seen it on a Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Now we're doing it on a Sunday afternoon.
Has it thrown your week? Because this has completely thrown my week, doing everything.
I'm actually thinking it might be a nice little gap, because I usually on a Sunday what we're doing, so there's a chance if you're a boxing fan to get stuck in. Top of the bill, Adam Azim, I actually think this young man, when you look at world champions that have come out of this country and you look at the path of these fighters, how they managed at domestic level, then you see where they've ended up. This is the time to see how his path is going to go. Now, if he makes easy work or relatively untested work at domestic level, then you can start believing in potentially where he can go as a professional fighter. So far, he's been punch perfect. Pace, power, speed, right professional attitude in and out of the ring. So he's done everything right. Sunday will be another one of those questions to answer to say, this kid's going all the way.
So far he has done everything right, but I think it's fair to say it hasn't really been tested thus far. Do you think Charlton, will he provide that test that Adam needs?
No, look, the opposition has been modest, let's be honest, but it's, he's only had a few fights as well, and he's a young kid, he was a fantastic junior amateur, won everything, so there's big potential, big pedigree there, but he's learning as he goes as well, he's developing. Charlton isn't a world beater, we know that, but he's proven at a level, so if Adam Azim goes in and blitzes him, then we know he's far too good for this level, and we need to step him up. So it's about guiding him at the right pace. You don't want to throw him in too deep, but you don't want to give. There needs to be learning as well. But so far he's just been too good. No one's been able to test him. So, I don't know if Charlton will be able to stand up to him. For what I've seen of him so far, his speed, his power, his accuracy, I think it could be an early night.
What do you think? Could Charlton expose Adam Azim, do you think?
Well, he's still ambitious. He still wants to right any wrongs in his career. So this is that chance. This is that platform for people to start talking about him. And Adam is in a position now where people are going to start setting up to fight him, to think, right, this is how you beat this young man. And the responsibility of a good fighter, a champion, a headline fighter is you've got to deal with everybody that's been preparing for you in a nanosecond. So I think it'll be a tough night for him. It should be a tough night for him on paper.
There's a lot of buzz around Adam Azim. We're bigging him up. There's a lot of buzz in the boxing community around, and we're touting him as one of the hottest prospects in boxing. He is so young, as you've quite rightly just said. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He doesn't seem to be fazed by it. How do you feel he's doing that?
So and this is how the buzz of boxing works. If I say that young man over there is a great fighter, and I get him to say it, we've not seen him fight. But everybody thinks he's an outstanding fighter. Adam, the stories you're hearing about him, all of a sudden has built this man up to be a monster so far at this early stage in his career. But just believe in what you see. Is that fair? Listen, it's about promoting a fighter. So you've got to believe in what you see. Once you see it, you think, you know what, that is my evidence, what I actually see. Forget all the nonsense, all the stuff you hear about him, what we say. Just focus on what you see. And then when you do that, then you can make up your own mind whether or not this kid potentially can be the next Prince Azim Hamid and Mir Khan. Just watch and learn.
Even mentioning those names there, Matt, how hard is it to sort of block that chatter out when everyone is hyping you up and predicting big things? I mean, everyone's saying that he potentially could be the youngest ever world champion. I mean, it's a lot to take on when you're in such an early stage in your career.
Yeah, look. You want to be hyped up because you've got aspirations and ambitions, and that's what you want people to be talking about you, but you've got to try and keep your feet on the ground as that's happening. It's not,
and I guess that's also who you've got around you as well.
Around you, your trainer, your manager, your parents, your friends, and try and surround yourself with people that are going to tell you the truth, that are going to keep your feet on the ground. Look, you want the television people, us, me, Johnny, you, all the boxing pundits to be raving about you. You want to be putting on performances where people are hyping you up, saying this kid can go all the way. And we're not going to say it unless we believe it, by the way. But even when we're predicting big things for him, he needs people around him that are going to keep him humble, keep his feet on the ground, because we've seen it time and time again. You look past someone, you take your eye off the ball, and boxing, it's a lonely place in there when things go wrong, when the opposition doesn't read the script and you've got carried away with yourself, you're looking to bigger and better things, all of a sudden you walk onto one. So, you know, he can't afford to get too ahead of himself. But of course, he believes in himself. Of course, he's going to want to climb the ladder as fast as he can because he's ambitious, and all the great fighters were ambitious. That's what drives you on. Look, so far he's looked brilliant. He has, and his amateur pedigree was top class, and all the people who are experienced and who've seen lots of good fighters and been around lots of good fighters are saying very big things about him. So, you know, you take these people seriously because they've been around, we know they're credible. So, yeah, it looks like he's got a very bright future.
Shane McGuigan says that he's probably one of the most, or if not the most talented fighter he's ever trained. Now, moving on to another fight that I know you'll particularly be looking forward to and have one eye on, and that's, of course, and for the British title as well, which adds that extra spice, doesn't it? Mikel Lawal against David Jamieson. Of course, Lawal was due to fight Dion Juma, but so sad, isn't it, that Juma suffered a career-ending eye injury. I mean, he was due to fight. It's a lot to take for him.
Heartbreaking, especially when your career is taken away from you. It's not your decision. So, you know, his heartache will be for months, for years, for quite some time for him to actually get that in his head. Concentrating in the fight in hand. Mikel, I was actually speaking to him earlier. I said, these are the fights where fighters slip up. Because when you've got somebody coming in at last minute notice, it's hard to keep yourself lifted, alert, respectful of your opponent, because you think, I've trained all this time, I'm definitely better than him. I'm definitely more prepared than him. I've seen fighters get turned over by someone that stepped in at 1 week's notice. So I said to him, listen, respect him and respect yourself. If you're don't go in there to show off, go in there to show him how good a champion you are, you know, because now's your chance. This is the given. Now's your chance to say, right, I'm going to get that British title. I'm not going to show off. I'm going to get the job done. I can remember Silky Jones fighting Ryan Rose. I'm going back now. Silky Jones fighting Ryan Rose. Silky Jones did a little wobble in the ring, put his hands down, and knocked him out. Silky Jones, a former WBO champion. And I used to see these two guys, these two spar on a regular basis, and he always had the top side of Ryan. But because he didn't respect the man in front of him, thought this is easy, started showboating, he got turned over. Mikel should not do that. Get the job done. No nonsense.
Well, would have been preparing for Juma, who is, of course, a southpaw, isn't he? Yes. So he's now preparing for an orthodox. How difficult is it, though, making those last-minute changes? It is, of course, nature of the game. You do have late-changing opponents, but it's still an adjustment at the last hour.
It's down to his coach to lift his spirits, to make sure he's up there and just say, look, stay alert. Yes, most of the time, most of our lives, we spar with orthodox fighters. So it's not foreign to you. It's foreign if you train for an orthodox fighter and a southpaw comes in. He can just make the switch back. He may even come out with shots that I might actually work on an orthodox fighter. But again, the danger is not his ability, the danger of his fighting spirit and the respect he has for his opponent that he's already beat.
This is the thing. They've fought each other before, haven't they, on the Boxer Series tournament, Lawal winning. So I guess for Jamieson, he's looking for revenge on Sunday.
Yeah, I think, as Johnny said, I think the most important thing is the mental approach, that he's focused, that he's, again, that he doesn't take his eye off the ball, because he has already beaten him and he put him down as well. That said, you know, he's took his 10 days' notice again, but I've heard that he was in the gym, he was in shape anyway, so, yeah, he's just got to be focused. He can't think just because I've beaten him once and he's took it at short notice, because that's when things can go wrong. Gutted for Juma, you know, lovely kid and a good talent, and I think that would have been a very difficult fight for Lawal because he's tricky, he's nimble, he's fast. So this is a completely different fight style-wise, but like, you know, going back again, repeating it, it's the mental approach. He's got to make sure he's focused. And
it's for the British title, isn't it? Which is that box that every single fighter wants to tick.
Listen, the Lonsdale belt, I mean, some of the best fights we see in this country are for the British title.
I have two.
Oh, you just got that one in there, didn't you? You had to do that, didn't you? Right, I believe our press conference is just about to get underway, so let's get stuck into it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media joining us today, and viewers watching at home on Sky Sports. And welcome to the live showdown here at Alexandra Palace, the venue for a historic Sunday of boxing, as Boxer presents to you Breakthrough Super Sunday. We are joined in the ring by some of our boxers here today that are going to be answering some questions by none other than our host, Savage Dan. we'd like to thank our official partners, Bet365, Everlast, Village Hotels, Wow Hydrate, and FCI Markets. And now introducing our first batch of competitors in the ring with Savage Dan. First, from St. Albans, England, none other than gorgeous George Mitchell. From Sevenoaks, Michael Hennessy Jr. From Sheffield, Shaquille Dr. Steele Thompson. And from Guildford, Jimmy Lee. Savage Dan, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Big Mo. George, I will start with you. Super Sunday is among us. It's a huge night, a huge day of boxing, and huge for you at this stage of your career. What does it mean to fight on Sky Sports at this stage?
No, it means a lot, honest, because I've been boxing on these small hall shows now I've had 4 fights now, so to be put on a platform like this, I just want to go out there and put a performance on and hopefully stay on platforms like this now.
To those that don't know about George Mitchell, what can they expect from you? What kind of fighter are you? What do you look like in the ring?
I can do both. I can fight and box, so whatever they bring, I'll adapt to it.
In terms of 2023, not looking past Sunday, but what is your roadmap? What do you want to achieve?
Leave it to my team, really. I'm still young. I'm only 21, so whatever they think, I'll go out there and do it. So,
you're in a super stacked division. When you look at some of the names in your division, are there any that pop out at you and names that you want to get in there with perhaps next year?
Not really, to be honest. I ain't been looking at that yet. I'm still like learning the pros game and all that. So next year we'll start looking at that and see what comes.
The amateur game and the pro game are obviously very different. How do you feel like you've adjusted in 2022 as a pro?
When I was the amateur, I had a half like a pro style. So when I got into the pro, you got to slow the pace down and sit down more on your shots and that. So I'm getting used to that now. Yeah.
All right. Good luck on Sunday. Let's
Cheers,
go
mate, thank you.
To Michael Hennessy Jr. Michael, thanks for joining us. You come from a boxing family. It's ingrained in you. So surely you wouldn't want to be a fighter, being the son of a promoter.
Yeah, I think my dad's not very happy with me that I wanted to be a fighter in the end, but I think it was just inevitable growing up around it with all the fighters and stuff, being at all the shows. And yeah, it was just inevitable that I'd want to fight one day, I think. And, you know, here I am, Sky Sports. So thank you very much for having me.
Sunday, you have the chance to close the year nicely. Would you prefer to be more active in 2023?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a very inactive year for me, but I'm very happy that I can finish it with a bang. I do think this year has been a great year for me to mature both mentally and physically and improve as a fighter. So I'm looking forward to showing that development and improvement on Sunday.
As I mentioned, you are the son of a promoter. Does that add any pressure? Do you feel like you are even more under a microscope?
Yeah, I'm definitely more under the microscope. I definitely get criticised a lot more. But and I used to, you know, look too deep into that a little bit at the start of my career when I was a bit younger. But now all I care about is the opinions of those close around me and making them proud. And in the grand scheme of things, it's just a fight. You know, in life, there can be a lot worse things happen. And so this is nothing to me. This is just like I love this sport, so it's no pressure. What do you want to show the fans on Sunday? I want to show them a completely new Michael Hennessy Jr. I want them to almost not recognise me. You know, I've been working a hell of a lot on my craft, not getting hit as much, a bit of switch hitting. It's it's in my nature. I'll probably sit down and trade at some point during the fight. That's what I've always done, even from the amateurs. But I'm going to try and show a bit more craft, I guess. Looking forward to it. Good luck on Sunday. Thank you. Next, Shaquille Thompson. Shaquille, we last saw you out in the summer. Is this the perfect way to end the year?
Yeah, definitely it's the perfect way to end the year, especially on a new Sunday show. There'll be a lot of people watching it, so yeah, definitely.
This will be your third fight of 2022. In a perfect world, would you be more active? Do you want to have, maybe 4 or 5 fights next year?
Yeah, definitely. I want to be more active. Next year I want the titles. Next year hopefully we'll get more fights.
You can do a bit of everything. You can box long. You can mix it up. What do you want to show on Sunday?
he said I can mix it up. So whatever my opponent brings, whether it's coming to fight, I'll fight him, or if I need to outbox him, then I'll do that. So yeah.
Another tough test on Sunday. Is it important not only that you win, but you win well?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to win well. I've worked hard. The camp's been well. I'm fit. I'm ready. So it's going to go down well, and I'm going to win in a good fashion.
Good luck on Sunday. Jimmy, we'll come to you last. A man that's always full of passion. How has camp been? What improvements have you made?
Yeah, like I said, very good camp with me and John, all of our team. Lot of improvements, a lot of changes to this one, settled down a lot more, and I can't wait to put on a show Sunday.
2-0, looking to go 3-0. It's been a very good 2022 for you, but do you really want to kick on next year and prove yourself?
Next year I want to kick on, start going into 6-rounders later in the year, see how me and my team feels, hopefully 8-rounders, but definitely want to start kicking on and get my career where I need to be.
You've been quite vocal recently. You've called out a couple of names. Who's on your hit list for next year?
I'm going to say it again, Campbell Atten, you are getting it.
The pro game's obviously very different to the amateurs. Do you feel like you're beginning to transition and sit down on your shots and be more of a pro?
Like George said, the amateur game's a lot different to what the pro game is, and I'm starting to feel really good at myself now, and adapting to the pro style, starting to settle down a lot more, find my shots, pick my shots, and you've got a lot longer time to do it, you know. It's not 3 rounds, you've got 4, 6 and 8 rounds, and you can start showing your skills a lot more.
Good luck to all of you.
Thank you.
See you later, mate.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we bring up our next set of boxers to join Savage Dan, I want to remind you all that this Sunday, Super Sunday, Boxer Breakthrough, we are going to have a special fan zone outside the venue. T-shirt cannons, live music, special guest appearances, something for everyone, something for the whole family. So at any point, if you want to leave the show in between fights, come check out the fan zone. We're going to have something for everyone. And now, joining Savage Dan back in the ring, 3 undefeated boxers looking to continue their unbeaten streak. First, from Slough, Hassan, the Hitman, Azim. From Watford, Shannon, Chaos, Ryan. And from Tottenham, Jamie, TKV.
Right, ladies first. Shannon, I will start with you. You've had an excellent year. You really have some huge moments. Which one of those have been your favorite?
I think my second performance was my best performance, but the one that I loved and enjoyed the most was the Closer Shields and Savannah Marshall at the O2. That was a fantastic evening.
Does Sunday provide the perfect way to put the cherry on top of the cake? Do you feel like you can maybe pull it all together? You've been quite critical of your own performances. You know, you like to pick the bones out of them. Do you feel like we could see the best Shannon Ryan yet?
I think so, and I think coming into this sport, I now realise why fighters say, oh, this is going to be my best performance yet. I've gone back into camp, worked on things that I didn't think that were there in the last fight, really knuckled down, and I think you're going to see an explosive performance come Sunday night.
You've had a lot of camps this year. How are you feeling physically? I know I heard you say that, you know, this one was perhaps the most grueling, where perhaps your body maybe needs a bit of rest after it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the rest after. I've had 5 camps due to the postponement on the previous fight. I've enjoyed them all. I've loved them all. Really worked on some new boxing skills. But yeah, definitely a break after this, and we'll look at what's to come in 2023.
No pressure, but you are expected to do big things. What expectations do you have for yourself for 2023?
So for me this year, it was to establish my name in the sport, and I think I've done that. I've used this year as a building year. So I think, yeah, we've ticked all the boxes in that aspect. 2023 is still building. Obviously, this is my 4th fight. We'll look at pushing on to the 5th in the new year. But it's really to establish myself even more. And when the titles are there to take, I will take them when myself and my team think I'm ready to.
Women's boxing is obviously on the rise. A lot of attention on it at the moment. What do you want to show the fans on Sunday?
I just want to show them great boxing. I've got really good ring IQ, I believe, a good skill set. I'm sharp, I'm explosive, and I just want to show that to the fans come Sunday night.
Good luck on Sunday. Jamie, I'll come to you next. How have you rated your progression as a fighter in 2022?
You know what? It's been a good year for me. I've come along quite well. You know, from my first fight to my second fight, there was clear improvements, and I'm still improving, so I'm looking to show that again come Sunday.
I hear the whispers, like a lot of people do. You're impressing in the gym.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you are able to mix it with some of the best in the world?
Oh, definitely. That's why I like sparring the best as well, because that's where I can measure what level I can get to. So, yeah, most definitely, I feel like I can get to the top.
Are you able to name drop any of the people you've been sparring?
You know what? We keep that silent. But the spars have been good between everyone that I've been sparring. We've been helping each other out. So, yeah.
In a perfect world, when would you like to start looking at picking up titles?
Hopefully by next year, to be honest. Whether it be the Southern area or English title, I think I'll be ready by then, yeah.
You're obviously in a gym with some top fighters,
yeah.
All with different dates, but do you all keep each other motivated and spur each other on?
And most definitely, man, because when we see other guys working hard, you have to work hard. You can't be slacking in the gym when everyone else is working hard, especially at the level that everyone's at. You need to be working hard. You can't be slacking, and it does push you to be better than what you are.
Very good performance last time out. What do you want to show this time?
Same thing, just explosive power and skill sets and boxing IQ.
Thank you. Good luck for Sunday. Hassan, I'll come to you next. 4-0, looking to go 5-0. Your 2022 has been very, very good. How have you rated it?
No, I rate 100%. From the first fight to now, it's been great. All my fights have been great. My last fight went 6 rounds, and it was a good, lot of positive to takes, but also a lot of stuff to mend. And that's what I did in this camp. I was just mending the stuff that I did wrong in the last fight. And you're going to see it on Sunday night, the improvement.
Last time out, it was a difficult fight. What did you learn about yourself in that fight?
I wouldn't say it was difficult. It was just very durable. He was there to win. And I thought I had him in the first round. So, like I said, it's about taking your time. That's when my IQ comes in. I wasn't that experienced at the time. And I'm only young. I'm only 22. I'm progressing. I'm learning. So, like I said, imagine 10 years down the line how much experience I'll have. So, if I do ever fight him again, it'll be a much better fight than last time. Taking my time, enjoying it, and not going for the knockout. Let the knockout come, and yeah.
You've got one of the best trainers in the game. How much are you learning just being in the gym and bouncing off each other?
Oh, every single day. Every day I'm learning. There's not a day where I'm not learning. So, like I said, the Sunday you're going to see a different me, really improving me.
Finally, have to touch on it. Your brother tops the bill on Sunday. How has he been looking in the gym, and what are you expecting from that fight?
Me and Adam, we had the hardest but also greatest camp ever we ever had. Everything is going as to plan, and Adam's looking very sharp. He's big at his weight, and it's going to be a great night. And I'll let Adam do the talking for him.
All of you, well done. Thank you, and good luck on Sunday.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, bringing up our next 2 competitors that will be competing for the English Super Welterweight Championship this Sunday, live from the Alexandra Palace, live on Sky Sports. First, the challenger from Ruislip, England. Please welcome Sean Robinson. And his opponent, the champion from Walthamstow, England, please welcome Sam Magic Man Gilly. Savage Dan, the floor is yours.
Close to the mic first.
Good. English title fights are always good. Sam, you know Sean pretty well. What does he do good? What does he do bad?
I ain't going to start relaying everything at you now, but listen, he's a sharp boxer. He's going to be tricky on the back foot. He's going to start fast. I know that. So I've just got to be ready for what he brings. He's going to bring something completely different to what I've seen before, because it was a couple of years ago now, but I'll be ready for whatever he brings.
All compliments there. Does he do anything wrong? Anything bad? Any bad habits?
Listen, he ain't got the most power in the world, but he's got good boxing ability. But I believe once I hit him, it will be a good night.
Sean, you've done a lot of rounds with Sam. How much of that do you take into the ring?
Yeah, the rounds were a few years ago, to be fair, but yeah, we always had good rounds, so I think it's going to be an exciting fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
Sam said he expects you to start fast.
Yeah.
Is that part of the game plan? Get straight on him, don't let him get comfortable?
I'm ready for 10 rounds. I've got to start.
Go on, tell me.
Yeah.
Go on, tell me what it is. Go on.
Yeah, mate. I'm ready for 10 rounds. I'm fit, so yeah, looking forward to it, mate.
What do you have to do to leave with that English title?
It's going to be a good fight. Like I said, Sam's a good fighter. I respect him, but I'm confident in my own ability, and I think I'll shock him tomorrow night.
I mean, I don't think you're going to shock me, because I'm giving you the credit you deserve. I'm prepared for a big, tough fight. I've given you the credit. Listen, I see your thing the other day, you're saying you're getting written off. I'm not writing you off. I'm giving you all the respect you deserve, but I'm still going to knock you out.
Yeah, we'll see that on Sunday. Listen, you won't knock me out, mate, I promise you.
I will.
No chance. Yeah, we'll see.
I will.
It's a local derby. Both of you have sold a lot of tickets. Who wants it more?
Obviously, we both want it. I think that's a normal question, but
Is it more?
I do think Sam. I think they're overrating him as well. Like, listen, I'm very confident on Sunday. I will show you as well.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Am I getting overrated? I ain't getting overrated.
No, your whole team overrate you. All of them.
Who?
All of them.
Who?
All of them.
No, they don't.
They do.
None of them. None of them.
Sean, you fought on a boxer card before, so not necessarily the same stage, the same profile, but you're used to it. Yeah. How did you find that experience?
Yeah, it was good. It was a long time ago, so I'm not going to think about that too much. But yeah, I dealt with it that night, dealt with it well, performed well, so got to semi-final. But yeah.
That ain't well then, is it, really?
Yeah, it's all right. Right, Sam. Sam's trying to pipe up now because everyone's here, but you know it doesn't matter.
Listen,
Sunday.
It's a fight at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a fight.
Sunday, we'll see, mate.
Yeah, we will see. We'll see. It's the same. It's going to happen the same thing happened the last time you stood here.
Yeah.
You got beat. It's the same thing that's going to happen.
Like Danny Ball, mate. Schooled you.
Oh, mate, I was at welterweight. You get down to welterweight.
Sam, for 2 years, all you went about was I'm the biggest welterweight, 8-ounce gloves. You went down there, you lost straight away. First excuse.
And then come back and done what? Come back and done what?
You beat
Corsakas. Yeah, Corsakas. And then what about my last one?
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Good fight. And what did I do?
Yeah, you won.
Exactly. So,
yeah,
of course we will.
Right, I think we have a fight. Any final words you want to get off your chest to each other?
See you Sunday. Here you go.
Good luck, fellas. Well done. Thanks.
Sweet.
Face off. I think you've got to have a quick face off photos. Take the mics out of those and give them to them, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Alexandra Palace for the English Super Welterweight Championship, Sean Robinson, Sam Gilley.
Well done, guys.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, joining Savage Dan next. Introducing first, from Charlton, the one, the only, Lerone, Sniper, the Boss, Richards. And his opponent, from Fulham, Zach Chili.
Another great fight. Zach, I was there at the public workout, and you said that Lerone didn't come because he was scared.
It's a big event. It's a big thing. Sky Sports, you should have been there.
can see it. You know, it's a bit. I'm not sure if you're arrogant or if you're scared. So who knows?
Well, you call me arrogant, but I always say that people who want to start telling people who they are is what they really are.
Zach, do you feel like you have the mental edge? That was a big one. I struggled to get around that.
But you understand it, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of people who want to show what people want them to see, but deep down I know what you got and I know what you are. So I remember from the interview 3 years ago when they came to you and said, Zach Chilly's dad said he's the best superhero in Great Britain. You're like, oh, pigs fly. Very smug of you to say.
Oh, that wasn't 3 years ago. That was
3 years ago.
That wasn't 3 years ago. That was
2019, when I fought my Southern Era title.
That was like a year ago, mate. But, yeah.
Get hit too much in the head,
and
mate.
at the end of the day, I believe I'm the best, and so I should. And that's the right mentality to have as a professional athlete. And
but it's delusional.
that doesn't make someone... That doesn't make
delusional.
Okay, well, you're going to show me, aren't you, on Sunday afternoon?
Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
Laurent, is what Zach says true? Did you not turn up because you felt like you didn't need to? What's the real reason behind that?
No, I had training obligations, so I had my last spar on that day. That's the reason why I didn't turn up. I understand there's a lot of shows on next week, or this week, and you couldn't do the public workout this week, so that's why I couldn't make it, sorry.
Glad to have you here now. Zach, am I right in saying this fight could have and maybe should have been made before sometimes?
Yeah, most definitely. Of course, Laurent Richards, he's very good at picking his opponents, good at dealing with promotion and management. And he's credit to him. He's done the British, he's done the Commonwealth, he's done European EBU, he's done the IBO World Title, and he's picked and found his opponents. This time, you got no choice. You got to fight me.
I've never picked my opponents, so that's nonsense.
Well, I've heard differently from promotions.
Oh, is it? Okay.
The fight's here now. Laurent, where do you rank Zach amongst your opponents? You know, you've gone through the ranks. You've gone all the way up to an IBO. Where do you rank Zach?
Well, I never compare my opponents. I take them as they come. Zach is a very strong fighter, very capable, and it's going to be a great fight on Sunday afternoon.
Zach, you've said that Laurent can't punch. You said he can't sing as well, but you said he can't punch.
Didn't say that one, but I'm sure he can sing. His hot cross buns ain't too bad.
Do you think that he lacks the power to be able to get your respect in there?
Of course. Have you seen many opponents of mine who can't hit? I'll just tunnel through them, you know. Tomorrow I'm going to weigh in at 12 stone, 168 pounds, 76.2 kilograms.
There's more than one way to skin a cat. You may not be the biggest puncher in the world, but you are a very, very good, accomplished boxer. What do you have to do to beat Zach?
You will see on Sunday night. At the end of the day, people say I can't punch. Well, Zach, try walk through me.
I will. Inshallah.
Zach, do you think that Laurent is your toughest test?
We will see on Sunday. We will see on Sunday.
Laurent, you've talked a lot about levels. It's an obvious thing in boxing. There are levels. Do you feel like you are just a level above?
I will show on Sunday night why I'm one of the best fighters in the world. Everyone will respect me after this performance.
Keeping your cards very close to your chest. Any final words to each other?
See you Sunday afternoon, Laurent. Actually, see you on tomorrow for the weigh-in. That'll be entertaining.
No words?
I've got no words for this guy, man.
No words. Good luck. Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, a rivalry years in the making. Bad blood gets settled Sunday afternoon, live from the Alexandra Palace. Laurent Richards, Zach Chilly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event for Breakthrough Super Sunday, presented by Boxer, live from the Alexandra Palace. It is for the British Cruiserweight Championship. First, from East Kilbride, Scotland, please welcome David Jameson. And his opponent from Shepherd's Bush, England, please welcome the undefeated Mikhail Lethal Lawal. Another great fight. Mikhail, a late change of opponent, a deathly stare. What adjustments have you had to make in these last few days once you realized that David was coming in?
Boxing's all about being able to adapt to anything, do you feel me? So, well, obviously, when Dion couldn't fight no more and he came in, big respect to him for coming in. Shows that he's in the gym, keeping ready. And he was ready for that call, and he came through.
David, you've not had much notice, 10 days, but from what I understand, you sought this opportunity. You saw it before your manager even saw it, and you jumped at the chance.
Yeah, no, I said it previously. I sort of done the legwork on it. I saw it in Mikhail's story, and I jumped at the opportunity right away, and I get right on the board to my manager and tried to get things over the line, and here we are.
A huge opportunity. Sky Sports. Is 10 days enough to be able to beat Mikhail Lawal?
It was 10 days last time, 3 years ago, on the Ultimate Boxer, and it was 10 days. This has been a totally different animal at this point. I've been in the gym. It's only been 10 days' notice for the fight. I've been in the gym working away, so we're ready to capitalise on the opportunity.
Mikhail, you've faced David before, albeit over 3 rounds, and you got the win then. Do you feel like you just have to turn up, be the best Mikhail Lawal, and you get rid of David?
Yeah, every time I go into the ring, I'm always trying to show my best self. So obviously, no changes on Sunday. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna try to take him out. Obviously, if it goes the full distance, it is what it is. But I'm definitely trying to take him out.
What do you remember about that fight in the Boxer Series?
Yeah, I remember he's a come forward fighter, strong. You know what I mean? He's a proper fighter, man. So at the end of the day, I know he's not scared, but I'm gonna have to break him to take him out of there.
David, how much do you remember about that fight?
Not too much. I don't tend to read back into previous performances. I just know that it was a great opportunity for me at that point in time in my career. My stock rose massively. It wasn't like I'd taken a loss coming off the loss. But no, don't read too much into it.
Last time you only had 10 days notice and you only had 9 minutes in the ring. This time you get 36. Do you feel like that plays into your hands?
Yeah, no, I believe, make no qualms about it. I believe the big man we'll just need to see how he does going down the stretch. I think that'll be the question on everybody's minds here, maybe even on Mikhail's as well.
He said it in some interviews, he feels that down the stretch you might start to fade. He wants to take you into deep waters and drown you. How do you deal with somebody coming in with that kind of know-how, someone who wants to come in and take you to deep waters?
Well, if that's what he's banking on, then obviously he's going to be in for a nice little surprise, isn't it? I've obviously been prepared for 12 rounds, so I know that's, if it's going to go the distance, I've got to be able to go and to do the whole full stretch. So I don't know if that's what you're banking on, then where?
You've said Mikhail's a bit of a one-trick pony, although you did admit it's a good trick. Yeah. 36 minutes may work in your favour, but it does give him a longer time to be able to land that one big shot.
See, that's just contradictory what Mikhail's just said there, because he's talking as if I'm a one-trick pony. I'm not banking on it just going the 12. I can box, I can fight, I can do whatever else. Mikhail's banking on the big right hand. He's the one-trick pony. I'm not. I'm the established amateur. 58 amateur fights, the pedigree, been at this for a long, long time. I'm not just banking on it going 12 rounds. I can stop Mikhail. I punch hard enough. I believe that even early doors, he's the mega power puncher. I think everybody's maybe going to need to open their eyes and see here on Sunday night what I can do early doors. David Jamieson's a totally different animal at this point.
So you're suggesting that perhaps you'll be the one that can win by stoppage?
Absolutely.
What do you say to that, Mikhail?
I like to see him try.
You've you obviously done it before over 3 rounds. Over 36 minutes. Is this as an exciting fight as it was? It was a brilliant fight the first time round. More of the same?
Honestly, it's hard for me to even talk right now. I'm more about action, innit? So, yeah.
A lot less conversation, a lot more action.
What changes this time round?
A Jameson win.
Do you think you get the stoppage on Sunday, Mikel?
Either way, I'm going to get this win.
David, any last words?
Let's get on, big man.
Good luck to both of you guys.
Sunday afternoon, our co-main event, David Jameson, Mikel Lawal, Scotland versus England, live from the Alexandra Palace for the British Cruiserweight Championship.
No. How are we for time? Well done, guys. How are we for time?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our main event Sunday afternoon for Breakthrough Super Sunday presented by Boxer. Our headliners joining Savage Dan in the ring first. From Norwich, the pint-sized puncher, please welcome Rylan Charlton.
Yeah, powerhouse. I like puncher.
And his opponent, the up-and-coming superstar, the undefeated knockout artist, the WBC Youth Super Weight Champion, Adam, the Assassin, Azim.
What a fight. Top of the bill. This is the one everyone's been waiting for. Rylan, I'll come to you first. You've said that you think Adam will quit.
Yeah, I reckon he could quit. I mean, what have we seen of him? He's done, how many fights has he had this year? 4, is it? Done 4 rounds this year, hasn't he? How's he going to do in 6? How's he going to do in 8?
Are you insinuating that perhaps you'll be the one to take him to deep waters and see what he's really got?
Yeah, we could take him to deep waters or we could finish him early. Has he taken a shot before? How's his chin? How's he take a shot in the guts? We'll see.
Adam, all questions that need to be answered at some point.
Yeah.
You have the answers. You've done all the rounds in the gym. You've spent some time in the ring together.
Yep.
How much of that do you take into the fight?
Do you know what? I know what I did that day. I know what I did in that spar. But, fight's a bit different, Fight's a bit different. So, but you know what? He's saying that I'm going to quit. In my blood, in my family, we don't quit. I'm just saying. In my blood and my family, we don't quit. But you know what? Sunday night, let's see what happens.
Rylan, you are definitely going to be Adam's toughest test to date, at least on paper. Do you feel like you're the first opponent that he's facing that's actually coming to win the fight rather than just participate?
Yeah, for sure. Most of his opponents get in there and they've already lost. I'm getting in there and I win it and I'm ending it a winner.
I like that.
Adam, you said that, most people don't actually know much about you in terms of how good you are.
Yeah.
Do you think Rylan provides the perfect type of fight for you to showcase some of those qualities?
Yeah, most definitely. He's coming to win. I'm coming to win. And when someone comes at me, it's definitely dangerous. And it's going to be a tremendous night. I know what I'll be doing that day.
Rylan, you said that the Azims had maybe used your name a little bit in some interviews, and because of that, you actively called them out. Called out Adam. You wanted this fight. You've actually chased this fight. You haven't been cherry-picked as an opponent. Does that give you a mental edge?
Well, my name was used in a few interviews, and the fight got turned down a couple of times. I'm not a geezer to call people out, but it had to be done. So I called him out, and biggest mistake they could have done was give me a nice long notice. So I was confident with a 3 weeks notice. The long notice even better.
Adam, same goes for everybody and every fighter that steps up. The questions must be asked. How are you going to deal with the inevitable pressure that Rylan's going to put on you?
I'm ready. If he wants to go back foot, I'm ready going front foot. If he comes at me, I'm ready to go back foot. I'm all-rounder. I can fight anywhere. So I'm ready whatever comes in my way.
Rylan, I'm not sure if I've seen you take many backward steps. How do you beat Adam?
Loads of ways to beat him. Land one on his chin, drag him into deep waters. We'll see.
You've campaigned up at 147 and your power was effective up there. Does that give you even more confidence that you are the bigger, stronger man at 140?
Yeah, let's face it, he's young. There's a hell of a lot of pressure on his shoulders. I'm a man. This is man versus boy.
He's talked about the pressure. You have world title ambitions.
Yeah,
Ryland stands in your way. How do you deal with the pressure of, expectations?
Pressure doesn't faze me at all, I know I'm really young, but nothing phases me. Once I get in that ring, I'm an angry man and just want to get that ring and get the knockout.
Let's get to the nitty-gritty. Do you have to push him onto his back foot to get this win?
I can do, yeah. Push him on the back foot, yeah. Or should I do some switch hitting? What should we do? Go southpaw, a bit of this, that?
I can fight southpaw in this fight.
Either way,
I can fight
this
southpaw
fight.
in this fight.
Adam, how do you win this fight?
Being myself, being Adam Azim, I'm ready.
Do you feel like the speed will be the difference in the fight?
I've got speed, I've got power, and this is Ryland's, he's a good fighter, I take my hats off, and he's fought great fighters, but he hasn't fought no one like me.
It's been very respectful. Let's end it on a nice note, I guess. What does Adam do well?
Well, let's face it, he's sharp. He's clearly got a bit of power, but I just don't believe he's got this chin.
Where's it come to where I haven't got a chin?
You've never been hit on it.
Let's see if you can hit me first. So,
pint-sized power, mate. Pint-sized power will get you.
Whatever you say, man.
Any final words to each other? It's going to be a great fight, nonetheless.
Good luck.
Good luck. I'd like to say that to you as well. Good luck.
Good luck, fellas, both of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main event Sunday afternoon here at the Alexandra Palace. The pint-sized powerhouse, Ryland Charlton, the assassin, Adam Azim.
Wait there, boys. Oh, yeah. Go, maybe move them forward.
No, when you're ready, just get one with Ben Shalom in it, please.
Go for it. All good?
Yes, Sam.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
Yeah, that's fine. Send the invoice to there for what? For the next invoice for 450. We good, fellas?
Things got a little bit spicy, but still pretty respectful between the two. Adam Azim doesn't seem to be that sort of a person to let people get under his skin, does he?
Two young, ambitious fighters that are going in there confidently. It doesn't have to be nasty. Just have to say what you're going to do and do it. For Adam, one thing he's going to learn in this fight game, it's not just about being a good fighter. You've got to have character. You've got to have the whole package to grab the attention of people. I'm not saying he has to be a bad man in there. What I'm saying is, he needs to be that fighter to say, this is what I'm going to do, and do it. And so far, he's done that.
And he seems to be really coming out of his shell as well. We were just saying that sat down there, weren't we, man?
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be a superstar, and that's what he's aiming at, it's not just doing the business in the ring. You've got to be a personality, be a character. You've got to grow your star quality, and he seems to have all the ingredients there, and he's been putting on the performances, so I'm sure he wants to continue.
We're talking about you, Adam. Good to see you. Looking very sharp as well. What are you looking to do on Saturday? What are you looking to show us all?
I'm going to show you, what I do always, every single night, the objective stays the same, I want to become the youngest world champion, and for me to fight on Sunday and headlining as well. This is definitely, to build myself up, and I can't wait.
It's a big thing to sort of throw out there that you want to become the youngest world champion. You're still very young. You're 6-0. The pressure, all this, the headlining. How are you taking all it in?
No, nothing really phases me. The pressure doesn't come to me. Honestly, I just want to get in that ring and fight. I've always just, all this stuff comes with it, but when I'm in that ring, I'm in my zone.
Are you looking to make a statement? Is that what you're looking to do on Saturday?
Most definitely, you know, I want to get that knockout victory. I want to do it in style. I want to do it in position where a lot, like you could say, like a couple of these fighters that fought. There's only one guy that stopped him, right? It was Florian Marco. You know, he took him 8 to 9 rounds, I think. And I want to do it like earlier. You know, I want to do it like in 1 or 2. You know, or like 3, you know. But, you know, when the shot comes, you know, I want to take my time and get that shot right.
It has been so far so good for you. Like you say, you've put on a show every single time so far. Where do you see Florian's weaknesses in terms of ranking, in terms of opponents? How tough a test do you think he could pose for you on Saturday? Sunday. I've got to stop saying Saturday. I do apologise.
You meant Ryland, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you said Florian.
Sorry,
Ryland, you know, don't get me wrong, he can hit. He's a good fighter. But you know what? He wasn't the same what he was 2 years ago. You know, I'm pretty sure. You know, I've got the best team. I've got the best people around me, and nothing can faze me. And I can't wait for Sunday.
What do you think is going to happen, Matt?
I think Ryan Charlton probably carries power and hits hard, but I think he's going to be too slow for Adam. I think his speed is frightening, and his accuracy as well. And I think the speed's going to be the big difference between the two of them.
In your last fight, we saw a new finish when your celebration. What about Sunday? Have you been working on anything new, or are we going to see the usual somersault?
I've got something new, but I'm not going to say out yet. No, I've got to keep it entertaining for everyone. Like Johnny said, you know, Prince Azim used to change up all the time, and I want to do the same.
How much work goes into these celebrations? As much as in the ring?
I've got about 6 people around me all the time. They're like, what celebration should I do next? So we just sit down and think about what we're going to do next.
I'd like to see Johnny try and do that.
I think there'll be a big hole in the canvas so that happening. Have an ambulance.
Best of luck. We'll see you tomorrow, and then we'll see you on Sunday as well in the ring. Thanks for joining us, Adam.
Thank you.
It was going to happen, wasn't it? It's definitely Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock on Sky Sports Arena. And as Big Mo said as well, we're going to have a fan zone down here. There's going to be so much to get involved with. Something for everyone to come down and get involved. I really like it.
I could see the Sunday afternoon thing really catching on. I think it works. I like it.
Yeah, like I say, oh, hello.
Hi, you're right. Big through there. Sorry.
Adam was speaking to Adam, and he seems pretty confident. What kind of challenge are you expecting on Sunday?
It's going to be a bit of a challenge. It's going to be more of a challenge for him because he's not ever fought anyone yet. So I'm expecting a hard fight, and I'm excited, very excited.
Where do you see Adam's weaknesses?
I mean, let's face it, he's not fought any opponents yet. He's never been tagged. He's fought guys that are, as soon as they step in the ropes, they've already lost. They know they're going to lose. They go on the back foot straight away. I'm coming in there to win, and he's having an opponent in front of him that can punch. And we've got 10 rounds, so I feel like I will be the man to expose him.
Are you very much feeling that Adam's the man with the pressure on right now?
Hell yeah. I mean, he's 20, he's young, he's talking about the youngest world champion, he's got a hell of a lot of pressure on him. I'm used as a stepping stone. I'm just the one to get in here and get beaten and boost his profile. But I need Adam as much as he needs me. I need to beat Adam to boost my profile, to get back up on the ladder again.
Because there is a lot of buzz around Adam, a lot of hype surrounding him. He's just said himself he wants to become the youngest world champion. How much would that win mean to you, and what kind of doors do you think that would open up?
I mean, the win is going to be brilliant. It will boost me, get me straight back in the mix with everyone. The good thing for Adam is he's 20. I'm going to beat him and he'll come back. They'll say he was too young, he weren't ready for it. So really, it's a win-win for him. He ain't going anywhere on this platform. But he ain't going to be a champion yet. This is my time to Sunday. Feels weird, Sunday.
I've already said it wrong already. It's definitely Sunday, 3 p.m. I'm just going to keep repeating that. Fighters never like to give us too much of a prediction, but can I try and push you for one?
Well, I reckon, let's face it, look at 2 fighters we've got here. I reckon give the judges the night off. I'm knocking him out.
Confident, Matt.
Bold prediction.
We like bold predictions. Best of luck. We'll see you tomorrow at the weigh-in. It's not holding back there. Is he, Ryland Charlton?
I think when you're in a fight and you actually start talking about what you're going to do to your opponent, remember, you know, you're going to have egg on your face if you can't back it up. So as far as he's concerned, he believes every word he's saying. And if he has the power that he thinks he has, if he can expose the weaknesses in Adam that he thinks he can, then he's going to show us something we don't know. He's talking about the chin. We've not really seen Adam get hit on the chin yet, so I'm not sure where that comes from, and we'll see. Adam just doesn't seem that kind of fighter that... I've not seen any holes in his armour yet, so maybe he's going to show something we don't know.
And that's what the beauty is, isn't it? One fight that potentially could catch fire, Zach Chelli, Lerone Richards. A little bit of beef up there today between the two of them.
Yeah, I think more so coming from Zach Chelli. He was really trying to get under his skin.
Stoking the fire, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was trying to goad him, and Lerone Richards was a lot more sort of cool and calm, and didn't really want to play that game with him. But I think it's a tough fight for Zach Chelli, but we know he believes in himself. He gives it everything he's got. He's capable. I think he will take it to Lerone.
He loves the fight, doesn't he? He loves to get involved.
Absolutely, he will take it to him. But I think Richards has got that little bit more class about him.
What do you think, Johnny?
I totally agree with Matt. I actually think the class is with Richards. I think the aggression is with Zach. And I think Zach is hungry, ambitious. His dad, this is hot. So this is everything. This is his world title fight. It means a lot more to him than it does to Richards. So I think this is going to be fight of the night. I think it's going to be a great fight.
Fight of the night. Matt, which one are you looking most forward to seeing?
Yeah, I think that's probably the most competitive fight. But British title fights are always good. Always good. So I'm looking forward to that too. And
it seems to bring out something extra, doesn't it, in both fighters?
Yeah, always the British title fights. Some of the best fights we've seen in this country have been British title fights. But I am looking forward to seeing Adam Azim against Charlton. Even though I believe Adam's definitely going to win, I think he wins inside the distance. I want to see how good of a job he does. Can he do it really early, like the last few?
It's a benchmark, isn't it, on Sunday?
Yeah, I think this is the toughest fight of his career so far, just from the ambition that Ryan Charlton's bringing to the table, just the fact that he believes that he can get the job done. I think what he said there about the other guys that have gone in against him are probably beaten before they've got in the ring. I think there's an element of truth to that. I don't see that in this fight. I think he actually really does believe he can get the win. So that in itself makes it probably the toughest fight so far for Adam Azim. Whether that plays out that way, we'll have to wait and see.
Who knows? Make sure you join us tomorrow. We'll be back here, Alexandra Palace, for the weigh-in. That's tomorrow lunchtime. And then, of course, on Sunday, join us from 3 p.m. If you want to come down, there's so much to get involved with as well. We'd love to see you. But 3 p.m. on Sky Sports Arena on Sunday afternoon. It's in my head. We'll see you then.
Did I tell you I had 2 Lonsdale belts at Cruiserweight?
You did tell me you had 2 Lonsdale